Good morning, fellow Ambazonians, fellow televiewers on the Ambazonian Communication Network ACN. I salute una and I welcome una once more for this platform where we bring una the truth and nothing but the truth without any fear or favor. We do investigation for make sure say we present for una facts. We do our analysis based on facts. Today, fellow Ambazonians, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Africans who want to watch me through this channel for Ground Zero, and those who did watch me for IDP Kamzem, those who did watch me for inside Nigeria, for Biafra, Sierra Leone, Gabon, the United States, Germany, UK, and picking them for Ambazonia where they be spread all over the world, and friends of Ambazonia, our allies, the Biafrans. I do want bring una wait to wait it happen for inside Bui. Amba to Amba, the meeting of the commanders. Today, una will see firsthand what did happen for Bui and the solution, how the struggle for solve them. As I be announced them for the previous show them, would I instruct our forces them for ground, make them collaborate, try for CC and unite together for ground day and solve this problem once and for all. Would I see images them how we come out from Bui. Unfortunately, I never put all those images in because now morning time we do wake up for here. But I need to bring all those things in for now. We will walk through these videos one by one. In a video where they come from the meeting with the generals, I will bring them all to una. But before we start, I go want to take una back for Bamenda for play una the video how all this struggle it be trigger with the uprising of Ambazonia. So I will bring una video footages from Bamenda Liberty Square with Harmony Bogba, how be the lead the common law lawyers them. The first time we then come down for upstation for present this problem for we, the people of the Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Then after that, we will go straight into our program. So make I bring that video. I go beg una pardon for those who not watch me for no say I did do the technical job right from here. So sometime for me for pull out those videos, then I need for take time for browse through the computer and then I get the video then for you. So there we go. I hope this video will go prepare our heart as we go to examine the happenings and for inside.
Gentlemen, we are peaceful and we have never meant any violence. I want to congratulate you for being very civil because we do not intend to cause any trouble. Our idea is to make our point heard. It is now more than a month that we have been on strike after having notified the government about our dissatisfaction with the erosion of the common law. Since our inaugural conference of the common law lawyers on the 9th of May 2015, that was followed by the declaration which was a reminder to government on the 13th of February 2016. Thereafter, we had no response, and we have issued a series of communiques to the President of the Republic because his Minister of Justice has arrogantly and recklessly refused to listen to us. We have never been called to any dialogue. We have filed the matter in the Constitutional Council, and the Constitutional Council has decided to be slowest on it. I am sure the next thing they will tell us is that their hands are tied. We have come to the public because we are the ones starving. Because we are not going to work, it means we are not making money. We are fasting. But we want the world to know that it is by such sacrifices that true democracy is established and sustained. There are a number of things we have decided. After carefully analyzing the situation of the common law, we found out that the only way we can protect the common law is to have the Cameroon common law bar. Understand me clearly? The Cameroon common law bar is not a contradiction of our membership of the Cameroon bar so long as we are respected in our aspirations. We went to court today. They refused us to enter the court. If they refuse us from being common law lawyers, that would be a visa for us to exit. Yeah. And do not worry. After the launch of the common law bar, we are going to establish mediation centers of that bar across the common law jurisdiction. So whether the courts are open or not, we shall take our clients' cases and do mediation. It will be cheaper, and the parties to dispute will come out friends. And we want to make it very clear that many other civil society organizations have indicated their support of our action, our peaceful action. CATU is particularly mentioned here with TAG, the Taxi Drivers Union, the Professional Drivers Union, and we thank them immensely for it. And I will not stop from saying that the entire public of this country, even our Francophone colleagues, they have given us their commendation for making sure that the country does not die from a heart attack because of a blood clot. Their blood started clotting, and we decided now to take children aspirin, which is this street demonstration. Now, gentlemen, my advice is that you retire very peacefully to your law of children aspirin, which is this street demonstration. Now, gentlemen.
So, fellow Ambazonians at home, when they watch me for inside on a television, I still remind you by playing this video, make you know the journey we will take until this place. Now, Harmony Bokpa that we be elected as a common law lawyer bar association, now crimson as Ambazonian Bar Association. The common law lawyers them, they be try for participate within the Cameroon context for present court them for Supreme Court. Then deny say they no fit present their court cases them in English because the law they be being made entirely for French. Then push their grievances them. The government is denied for listen for their grievances. They come out behind in front of Boba na the flyer where they be put up. Say the solution na either federation or independence for our Southern Cameroon territory. The Cameroon government is denied for negotiate with them, it denied for dialogue with them. All the common law lawyers them, then gather as soon as they hear Bogba it testify with the support of even Francophone lawyers them, where they be talking that they do the right thing. With the support of all other civil society them, the lawyer then join them vote, then create their own common law bar association. Then what can go for enter court, Cameroon government is stop them for enter court like Anglophone or common law bar association. That means say they don't deny we make not organize ourselves, they don't deny we make not participate for that system as people the way they come up for our territory. That one is against the agreement we'll be getting for them with them before one enter the oral agreement we'll get out of them before one enter and the understanding we'll get out of them before one get into this experiment of a union. So if una dey watch me for ground zero and una be on the line, una don't know whether to join the movement or not, una just be like neutral people them, make una be sure say we do the right thing. Everything have been done. These people do not want us to exist the way we want. They don't want us to meet our aspiration as a people. They have denied us political participation. They have not just marginalized us, but they have cracked down on us. They have attempts to wipe us out. So ladies and gentlemen, that was just to prepare us and to remind ourselves for what way all this thing will be about. Today, for this episode, we will tackle the Bui saga, which way they unfold for Bui. Throughout this week, from Papa waiting they happen when I do the polling, that means I check for chat group them for inform me. I see they too for inside Kunta Kinte 360 chat group. One of the chat group I ran create them for ground zero for making gather information and for put people the way they help me for pick up information on the ground. Some of them they try for the RAM presenter for we see the most pressing thing today for Ambazonian people they had. Now wait to wait it happen for Bui between No PT and Isobu. I ran come up, I ran appeal for all those who they claim say they represent the interests of our struggle. For all those organizations them where they don't go for inside Switzerland, they call them the act. For all those organizations them where they don't go for inside the retreat for the CDN, say they do want to represent our interests. Now they do want to represent the struggle. that they want to negotiate on our behalf. I tell them say the only reason we will fit negotiate or if we get the chance for negotiate now because of this boy them where they don't pick up arms for fight for Ambazonian freedom. Now through this fight, we would not bring La Republic for their kneel. I would not attract international mediation at their interest because they know so we'll be willing to pay the price for our freedom. So if you are a group out there, you get the name one ABC, what, Scoop, whatever, and you are not helping on the ground when they are fighting, you cannot intervene, you cannot support, you cannot assist, then you lose any credibility to represent the people. You lose any moral standing to speak on the behalf of a struggle that you are not involved. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take una inside the video then, but before I do that, I want to bring una update because some people that don't make them their job say they will begin sabotage and blackmail the ADF. ADF soldiers them they fight very hard. Now the pioneer forces them. Now the only force where leadership that are down for abroad after they are run for inside southern Cameroon because of our problem. Then she done then decide say the only way for free win and for build army. We don't see the video, they picture them. How them go for ground zero. Then recruit member them. Sheikh Kavi, Benedict Kwa, Ayabacho. The one that people they began the fight for ground before them come out. Then train them for form the backbone of our liberation movement. The leader, Dr. Cho Ayaba, he go for inside Dadi, he declare and invoke our right of self-defense so that we fight properly as a state and as a people. Some people that make them a point for blackmailing. And this blackmail, it be engineered by La Republique du Cameroon. We know that for sure. We get all the testimony. In the early days where I want to enter for this struggle, I remember I be very close to our ambassador where we be for China as I be the struggle as a young man for help, for change that country, Cameroon, you know, be the worker. I be close with them. The one advice they be give me, na say no be friend come be with Dr. Chuayaba and Ebenezer Kwanga. If you be come be with these two people them, will not ever help you, it means you don't turn the enemy for our country because these two people them, they consider them like terrorists, so na enemy of the state. So La Republique, they don't make a point for make sure say meet these two people the way they represent the nationalist front, me they not ever associate or me they not become the mainstream of our country. But as the civil society it come out due to all the symptoms and what they suffer, for deciding a time for we for separate, then join with the nationalists them, say the way forward na independent and separation forever. So the civil society they don't agree in the first conclave for join forces with the nationalist movement for lead us to independence. This is why we are here today. That is why everybody today is speak the language of the nationalists, it carry the flags of the nationalists, it proclaim Ambazonian sovereignty, it proclaim Ambazonian territorial integrity, and it proclaim and it asks for the justice for the southern Cameroon where the nationalists, the Ayabachus, they began to demand them for all their life. Now we don't pick up the mantle, we don't join them, or they move forward. It don't be the interest for Cameroon. For make and me people then them mistake these people for something else. They don't blackmail them. They don't talk say ADF need to exist, ADF need to fight. Today, ladies and gentlemen, after the brave attack we carry on for inside Bangui Road, I don't decide for talk make our soldier them, then try go back for that place because we don't get a unique opportunity. Usually when we carry out IED attacks or other sister forces they carry out IED attacks, La Republique they cordon that road, they block all the road, they bring their timber them, carry them with the caterpillar them, move the wreckage, go down. But this time the ADF them vaporized two La Republique du Cameroon, the armored vehicle. They successfully pull one it be completely useless and it be just been just a wreck. So probably they remove all the important part them for that one, they abandon them for the and we'll send our soldiers them and go back for it, then go make video. We will show this video because plenty of time when they show attack them, people they make propaganda, blackmail for talk say no be ADF attack, oh maybe not have old video, no be video. So I don't decide for bring up for now. The attack will carry them out for inside Bangui Road for a convoy. We will be around 7 armored car where they will head for Momo for attack our mother base. When we get the intelligence, our bomb unit for Bamenda Brigade then take action, then go plan this bomb, then bomb them, Some people then begin talking an old video for Lebialem, na complete lie, because if you look that old video, it be been a 3 armored car them. This one it be been a 7. And now would I even get more proof, because without saying our soldier, then thank God they don't go for the place where the bomb will be happen. They don't make video for the wreckage where it be left behind, so that official and for una make a share and for una before they move today with the topic of today. So this one na video from the wreckage for the attack we will carry them against La République du Cameroon, the ADF attack where it take place for inside the Bangui Road. Make a bring the video for share them with una. And then after we go into the Bui saga.
Today na 20 November 2021. This one Bamenda Brigade. That is the ADF. Na the motor this they destroyed yesterday. Na the motor this, na the hillock this. Yes, they're all abandoned with the motor. They're all losing the tire them. They carry the motor go, they carry the cops them. Go put them for the mortuary. Na them this. Now look how now go see the hole. Now the hole this. Now look the hole. I don't know, look side where the motor fly go for. Now go no say not been a small thing. Now the motor this way it sleep for here. Now the engine this. Now the engine for the motor this where it sleep for down. Yeah, now the back side is
La République il don't confirm code. Ils ont confirmé la code. So when I see the video, now the footages and this, it be real, the fight it be real, the ADF it be real, and we fight very vigorously against the terrorist occupation forces of La République du Cameroon. Maybe we ignore all the blackmail, the sabotage. Those are people who don't have idea about what is actually going on the ground. So now we see for ourselves how we fight very well. We fight this vehicle. I doubt whether anybody will survive for this type of attack. The fact say the whole front it then be destroyed, and the back it push it carry the motor it tumble side it go fall for back. The impact alone it be enough to destroy the personnel the way they be there for back. Also the cover for that armored car it then be blown up. We go only if you imagine say the casualty the way it be there for they be plenty. No man no go come up for they then be vaporized, as I feel call them the word we were commander they use them. So it been a very powerful explosion. Each of this vehicle it carry out for one of the back of this vehicle. We know say it carry about 14. That means 7 they shoot on for one side. For inside it always carry a captain with the command armored car, but we're not sure about this particular one. But if we estimate it for in front of the motor, it will surely carry like 4 people. So 4 plus the 17 for back now 21 for the one motor alone. Plus the other one way it then be destroyed with the carry and go. Motor say 5 for the be neutralized. So for this attack, if we give an estimate, a reasonable estimate, say 25 Cameroonian military that can be wiped out. As we be tell now, we go bleed La République du Cameroon out of our land. If you are watching me, you are a Cameroon military man. Don't waste your life for a poor dictator like Paul Biya, for a miserable salary of 150,000 francs, fighting an illegal war, a war that targets innocent civilians who are just in their own right. Drop your weapons, leave Ambazonia. Ambazonia independence is inevitable. You have heard the warning from the Americans, from the Russians, and many other people. You cannot win a determined people in their own land by force. We will use our guerrilla tactics. We will cripple you until you bleed out of our territory. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, now time for we to go back for inside Bui. I will bring out the videos where it come up for Bui between the meeting as I be tell now. We instruct General Capo, where na be our general for be our major general for inside Bui. Before we will be talking me step down because some problem they be there for camp, the problem that can be resolved. So temporary it be then be removed from that position because it be need to handle those problems for camp. But now our ADF general, maybe the general for instance Guakam, a highly decorated soldier, a dedicated soldier. Now one of those soldiers we then put our flag for up. But we'd always make sure so we'd always push things them in the right way, disciplined way, because we're supposed to be responsible for the use of force and the soldiers they will handle weapon, so that our population if we be rest assured. So even after this war, we will be able to get a peaceful country where we will live in peace and harmony without the threat of guns hanging everywhere without any control. So we thank General Capo we step up and he answer the call that will call, and he gather all the soldiers them, they meet together with no pity. I go bring one of the video then shortly. But before that, I go want to play some of the audio them with some of those commander them for they leave them for the chat group.
Bluetooth mode.
Where they leave them for the chat group for the IG group with the Isobu way they for the Vice Vejeka way they for Germany. Now the Sakoi chief of staff when they cause all this problem them. I go play the audio way those their commander them for Bui Warrior, they leave them for the chat group before they come for this meeting. So that we're gonna get all the information as a whole. So this one are one of the commander. Why is it not playing? I see the people the way they online for YouTube. I go take time to salute them. Bluetooth mode. Kimbo, Liberty, I salute you. Gang Emmanuel, I salute you. Nelo Bright, I salute you, and all una to watch me for YouTube. So now the audio this.
Yeah, I be want me at talk to the talk where I be don't talk. Since our Air Force we start fight. Air Force they ever fight depending now on the civilian population.
So for those who no understand, who no know the dynamic way they go on for ground, the Air Force for Bui. Now one of the Bui warrior group will be one of the most active group. When I see them, they ambush La Republique du Cameroon their truck for broad daylight, shoot them for ground. Now a very very good group. As we don't always tell now. For instance, Bui warrior, you get different commander them for their group way. Then all of them they carry their name say Bui warrior, and all of them they work in collaboration as one group, the Bui warrior. So it also confirmed the analysis the order always again for una for guarantee una say everything will be put on for una will try as much as humanly possible for give una only the truth. And when we find evidence of the for the contrary, we make sure so we'll bring them for una. We will be well informed because una deserve those that. So una listen for ye audio way level for their chat group for
their support. Air Force no they receive no nothing from anywhere. There was one another war draft where they ever talk all time. All time say they make war draft for Bui. I be sorry say the war draft I don't know whether they make them. It come go on outside. It come go on outside.
So I will write down the problem then one by one as we go through the tips then. This one na Air Force. Air Force inside this audio it talks about the problem now waiting. One, say down here war draft. You nobody ever receive any money for war draft. All the money they receive on a civilian and the hell be for ground for succeed. So in AEDC the complaint for their chat group will take all the problem then one by one. So that any fair-minded Ambazonian where it really work for the people their interest, it go fit come to a conclusion on where to be the problem for this struggle and how if we solve the problem, how if we bring everybody together for fight against one enemy like Republic. So let's go ahead.
What's of on now the one for this year? Or will be here money for Figo. They won't ask them. They won't bring a problem for we had. So if how we are the talk so you know say they never talk say a hungry man is an angry man. We don't be hungry for more than 4 years where you know the ever worry we bet. Better me they look am now because this fight now fight for all we no be one man fight. And you know if the fight say me country fine say La Republique de suffer we when at the very system where it there for Bui. Yeah. That means say if it continue now so no need for we for the fight. Better now for withdraw, we save them. Because
so wait to where the Air Force talk. One of the best forces the way they don't cripple La Republique for Bui. They complain say they the only year na figure them for money where they collect them for their head, but not in the reach for them. Say for 4 years, they don't day for inside day for the fight, they never get any money for people the way they collect, they donate money say na for war draft. And now the warrior their soldier they talk so. He say for 4 years they die hungry. Say the system where they get them now for inside Bui, na the same system like La Republic. Say if na say they it go be better say me then drop their gun down than to continue for fight so because they be the fight na against the same system. They no fit begin to implement the same system. This one na for one commander. I go for the next one.
You know, the fight with the
I
suffer
see the
people, they
talk.
are picking them every day. We there for road, we sleep for day and night. Even that 35 convoy where they come up for the Republic terrorists, we be hold them for them more than 4 hours. They even care for ask them when they take materials for outside. Every day Air Force they shoot. Every day Air Force they shoot. They even ask them, but last the one come now, the one where they could scare all fighters them for Air Force. Then the thing they overworry me. Plenty commanders in there were.
So all those convoy them and the video the way these people they share them, where they see that boy they fight for inside Bui very well. The commander they talk say none of them never call them for ask and say now how they fight. Now also when they take gun. Now also when they take bullet. None of them they never call them for ask them. But now these people then they go social media they claim say now our force, now IG, now restoration forces. The forces them too for some most part they need to take their responsibility because them too they talk to say them being a restoration forces. These are loyal soldiers where they don't put all their life for the line. They don't support the IG. They pay allegiance to the IG, but the IG no get communication with them. They never even verify who side they get weapons, how did they buy those weapons. But yet, we dey see their president for the IG group, Sako, he raise fund 2,000 for his own upkeep. They talk say, hey, una shake money, una shake body. They take phone call, they call people that mean they can't donate money for you. We don't see how he live an extravagant life, a luxurious life beyond his own personal capacity because he no be get a job before he take that position. We don't see receipt them for a former treasurer where they go spend 3,000 for a restaurant for buy only crap. Pass money where they ask them today for help people them. We don't see how he don't buy house, he don't change house. They don't catch a bro for ground zero with money. So somebody where they do like that, why will you be giving that person your money? Why will you go feast that kind of person for even help a country for free you? Where the soldier the way they fight, you know they even call them for ask the say now wait till it happen, they die, they go. Now we instead the ADF they can't cry, they die. Now we sometimes we can't even help them. When would I see and sitting they don't pass we? Even when the people they want take money for society, sometimes they go make small problem of inside community. Now so we they can't stand for this for help for resolve those issues. Then I go play the next audio and then we will take them suffering.
News to all Amazonian fighters home and abroad. Today, November 2021. Now General Viper,
The one
Bui County.
now General Viper this now another fierce Bui warrior soldier. I think General Viper, I for even find most of their video that they play. I'm gonna see the video then. Type General Viper if you go carry out some action them. They be showed some video where if you hide for some house, they shoot like Republic for down. Very, very good action and all those things. At that time we be tell on all these things them. But find me gonna hear for your own mob how you to the talk, the express with we, the film and with the go on.
The talk. I salute all we meet them, we proud them. All fighters, all field marshals, all generals, all foot soldiers them for Amazonians. So we be get some problem for Bui. Where I don't know whether that problem they so now the very problem where the other counties then get them or now wait. We be the fight.
So the one that General Viper they talk. If the word he said the problem the way they see for the now other places them they suffer the same thing or not. But we are not very sure as to be done prove for una. For inside the great state of Momo, not the same thing. The great state of Fako, not the same thing. The great state of Lebialem, not the same thing. The great state of Meme, not the same thing. Ngokitunja, Ndunga, all not the same thing. The same problem, the same mondos on the porandis. It be systemic, that's something where somebody is behind and pulling the strings. Definitely. There are so many substantiated evidence of that. Make we continue for hear a audio as he talk am.
Military can enter from my village, come out, go to fight for stop, for road. It make sure say me military no enter where we no block am. After name for my barrack na Air Force. Some talk them the camp say Major General for Bui. They talk say Air Force means say ADF. I be call ye talk say no Air Force no be ADF. Air Force na name of Mubarak. Go on. Come some day where I no be there around. Come beat my soldiers them.
So I'll play a video. It get the same content where they talk am now. So I will stop the audio for day because we'll make a make time for me oughting enter for short time. So now it is the talk. After they attack La Republic for stop them, they no enter for Bui. The next way they hear and I say in Sobu, he talk say that their name for their camp where they call and say Air Force. Say Air Force. It means an ADF. So he can believe we can attack them. When I go hear the detail later. So now number 2 complain that they attack them because their name na Air Force. Then talk say Air Force mean na say na ADF. I go write them down so that every reasonable person it go fit know the information where they come out and they go fit come to their own conclusion as the one a collective struggle.
Okay. Good afternoon or a good morning, great warriors of Bui. All money, Cafe Day, FM, all generals, all fighter, all money place day. Captain Elvis, all money place day. And a mad dog, aka Gentle Spirit. I want to tell you something today. Because I don't quiet. Despite the fact say I be nothing, I be something. I don't quiet.
The one a mad dog. If you don't hear plenty of the audio the way they come out for Bui, will be anti-ADF. Where they talk say they go kill ADF, they go attack ADF, all those things. Them mad dog we used to talk am. So this one a mad dog it talk now inside Bui Warrior their chat group. It give out very important opinion who believe say it come up with hard and it be honest. So me gonna hear the truth way they come up with mob. A video they will go play and later we that meet up the ADF so that all man go know where till they go on, una go know the truth as they manipulate our population for ground. Make una hear. The
see how this going up, count down, going up, count down. I tell you something. If you the plain Jangi, when you know the chop for that Jangi, then you change Jangi. You change them. How would everybody bands also if you be phone? You know the year for your China them. That's why the China them go change you. Because thing why they should don't know the Siam for this village, for this land, it don't pass my power. In Sobu, if you will take these people, they are gun them. How you will take gun them now? You know the one give the gun them back. Why? They put in a witty. Why you know the one give the gun them? Where the whole town don't chakara turn upside down. Why? What's be a problem? Likewise, I be send message for FM no pity saying me no say when 2 elephants in the fight.
So a mad dog that sorry for stopping halfway because the same thing you go talk and for video I go play and later. So now mad dog he talk say Isobu he collect weapon them for soldier them he deny for get back. I will write down the problem they all the Siam as it go.
Now me this he come back again because the thing now where the pass for the bands also it don't pass my power. Despite the fact that the small man or a deha or a small for skin na my nature. I pass plenty people them for age. Pass plenty people them for this struggle. Man, how go doing America open first barrack for Bantu? I don't hear now wonderful thing. I don't know so the make it so some of they find their money. At the end now how we they be the pay store them for Bantu 2,000 pay store. Pay waiting. But we would live now for fire charge from Chop Makara. Should man for food the rotten. Boy can't money they pass for this village. Now today I don't know that I've been a foolish man. That be really crazy dog away. My name is Mad Dog. Now today I understand this thing. Now the boy what is going outside? When tell me. When I want, I don't understand this thing. When I get that boy that gun them, me then give money gun them. Then me this thing get how I begin for day. Because I don't pass now my power. Something about me say, even they don't respect me for what you now respect me for longevity in service. I don't.
Mad dog, he don't talk his own. The second problem where they talk na say, when I remember time where the boy warrior they be dispatched later for people them for store for inside boy. Say me them begin pay money. We be put on for this some of una be the talk saying a lie. When I hear mad dog talk, every store for inside boy, it pay 2,000 for Isobu and other business. Then I'll play the video make una hear directly for them. So, una ask una self, who's this type of money they go? Isobu the chop other money una how? And Sako from where una around here, where the beg money. If somebody like call yourself a president, you are begging for money, small money. Don't you think Sako can get money from these things as well? We don't see document where they talk say every time they collect money for ground zero, a part will be sent to the central government. Oh, we don't suffer. I go take una now for the video then. Maybe we'll go through the video the way they come out from the meeting as we tell now. We don't encourage the forces that meet up. Our president, Dr. Chuayaba, for the governing council, the CIC for the ADF. He don't call, also he authorize them, he support them, he don't talk for all, he don't talk for no pity, talk for all the soldiers them. They don't gather today and video that they come. I go play the video them, make una see them for una self one by one. And I go to insist again. I don't give chance for all leader them, for all groups. Any group where they fight for go sit down on negotiation table. I don't tell una, even Honorable Weber, na your village is Yerima, na your village this. I don't appeal for una privately and publicly. Make una contact those boys them try to solve the problem. Make una no begin the fight na say leadership na for go begin do PR, for begin make like poor beer. No, we dey run away from that system. Leadership na people dey take lead for resolve problem. People dey bring solution. People dey bring assistance when it be needed. If we get 25 groups where they dey for negotiation table now, I want make una ask una self, what be the contribution for the actual war where those groups dey contribute am? No be say they don't carry na name. I challenge even Barata Mark, when I'll call him my friend because Mark Barata is a gentleman at the end of the day. Even though we get to a disagreement, at least for the back we collaborate, we discuss, we put our head, our brain for see how we help our country. Mark Barata for all that people. Even despite the fact say gay call need them. But a group where we don't call ourselves SCAF. Have you reached out to my office to ask how you can help? Have you reached out to Isobu, to No Pity, to Capo, to try to resolve this problem? The one they call themselves as Scoop, the one they call themselves Alliance of Southern Cameroon, the one they call themselves say Sokadev, the one they call themselves say Kamba can't name them. What have you done to these boys or to solve the problem of these boys that can allow you to go and sit on the table that you want to talk on their behalf or talk for them? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. Now I will take one for the video footages and where they come. Make we play them, we will analyze them. I will make them very brief because I'm morning time this week. I need to go for worship. But first of all, make I play the video them from one after the other where they come from.
Today, the 20th November 2021, we'll be very happy. We salute all the Ambazonians for ground and the one for diaspora. We there today for boy. Where plenty things then there where they go wrong for this boy. Well, we don't know whether now the people for diaspora they cause them on our way for ground. We cause them. And one bring solution to that problem today. Solution for problem the way they don't already be for this boy. It be someday we'll be there out, we'll be go formation. I won't come back where my soldiers them, they be there around 7. My 7 soldiers them, they were there for Karifu. Where they don't beat them, fine. Ask them whether now wait to happen for day. They say, na Major General Isobu, don't come beat them. Ask them say, una be do now how with ye. They say they see ye, they come for skin say pa, they give respect, but they argue for big man. You don't move na knife, they come whether they know ye. The other picking them, the four from my picking their head. they beat them, disarm them. What they ask me, they ask my commander. Commander Breeze say, if they see me and Commander Breeze, they go shoot me. I want come back where they still there for there. I call my other colleagues and say, now these things, this way they happen. What they beat them, they talk say Air Force, now ADF. With t-shirt we use an Air Force, say now ADF. Okay, I call FM, call General Amado, call Oman, say now think this way, it happen. Say I want block them for there because play where they be there for free, attack them. Oman talk say no, man leave them, how we don't come act, me go back. Say if I block you for there, it could like say me and ye be the exchange going for there. I leave them because civilian them be don't overcall to say me we no fight back.
So when I hear the story very well, I think it all man feel understand what it happen. But I would interject myself just small for the put perspective. So now all the soldiers then this didn't happen. How it happened? 2 days ago I tell now. Say we don't talk me all the soldiers then gather. We don't instruct Capo. The CIC also intervene. No pity also be the try for call around the soldier them also for me then gather for decide and for resolve the problem there for examine what it really happened. Now think this way that happen all the commander. Wait people don't understand for you know be full soldier them. This one are the commander them for all the camps them for inside buy. All the Ambazonian forces their leader them now they head them this for inside buy. They don't gather for talk. When I hear as this soldier they talk, now come way the Isobu Bidanka attack them because their name na Air Force. They make t-shirt where they carry the word the Air Force. You can talk say na they do na ADF, you can attack them because they them be na ADF. Now you don't excuse that. Whether that one means waiting for ye, now the excuse that you use them. He attack them, the soldier be almost kill them. When I remember I be that release video where a soldier then is so good and come right for our camp. The General Capo Day for on top here, they make video call, they see them how they come. They don't map them where they enter for day. They left them and go back. No man no be interested for kill another soldier. Because we all fight against one enemy. It be unfortunate see some of our brother them when a soldier them. They don't brainwash them, make them take their gun against our own people. Make una focus on the video, make we go.
Okay. After 1 week, 3 days, it carried my 4 guns go with them. I calculate now say, with the fight now military, where military they fight me, they find you. You can't carry my guns. That means say you don't carry my guns, say me military can't keep them picking them. We no worry. FM talk say me will level. They look whether who come give the guns them back for we. Say sometimes been a misunderstanding. You come on now. You know that for that 3 days, we say don't go attack FMA commander. Once see you know, make some time we see for video how they carry the commander and carry and go put and go back. Then the thing surprised me whether we the fight now La Republic or we the work at the fight now way self. Because time where if they beat my picking them, if they talk say me will call back up or get them winner FM no pity. So when be no man say I feel call FM no pity time where military can't enter me when a man way he don't fight from a place. How would I talk say person fight for a person in place? I don't fit count the time where you don't can shoot from a village where nobody ever give you no one eye ground due to waiting. All things in the year.
So when I hear they be the fight the accuse say be ADF, they talk say me call a backup say backup na no pity. When I see the confused state, the different reasons the way they know the Isobo they use them for attack soldier them. And when you give those different reasons them, na probably because you did lie. We go get to the bottom of it. Make I bring the second video of the same commander. Make we continue me flow. Make all of us who watch and make we get the information by una self first hand. Maybe man to put something for una mob.
Thing for this boy. One camion for this boy, they register 250,000 per each year. Where all shops them 225 per each shop. Everything for this boy, they pay for them. Where no come, no they where they receive anything for these people them.
So,
if I want to, where
they write down this complaint the way they gear all. Iran talk say Iran also complain about the fact that store they pay 2,000, 2,500 every time for Bui Warrior for Isobu. Or Camion for Bui they pay 250,000. Other money they go for Isobu. Now the thing that they complain none of that money they need to see them. None of that money need to come for them according to which they talk. So they look now which way they talk. Me some man no can talk say na some man it force them. Now then system they talk.
the way they receive, the commanders them, they got testify that they ever give them something. Since our film Marshal Church be die, we for we then have suffer. Now say don't take and say we don't overgive respect say we can know the fight pa like if we don't fight ye. So how are we there so some word we don't come and say ADF what you say we don't join ADF. We there for you. So if people them for diaspora no unite, I'm saying that them no. Because thing where if it do even ADF man no ever do that kind of thing for me. How when they talk to ADF? ADF man no ever do that kind of thing for me. So we could hear for we General Mad Dog. Me talk.
So una the year wait to the talk say the thing where they is supposed to do one for them. ADF never ever do that kind of thing for them. Now then this they testify. Now who they attack them, now who they cripple them, now who they disarm them. Now in Sobu and all of them they share the same name. We warriors. We will continue for the next video. Una the year for ourselves. And this will be very important for ground zero. Because as we talk, my first cut short before we come back for this other third video. As we talk, Isobu, it don't go gather population, begin lie them. Say, it don't turn back when I know one criminal, it don't commit some kind of crime.
Ah oui.
The next way they do them for 10 towards tribalism and all those things. So it don't call population for Insabui. They talk for the population, say, no pity, no pity na a foreigner, you know, supposed to be for inside Bui land and all those type of lies. They try to deceive our people, they meet and rally, say the problem actually is the commander for no pity. That is from Isobu. Now the rally this way don't call them. When I see the population in the camp, you can gather for year way to where the Isobu. So when I feel understand how people they feel be manipulated and how they feel be misled. In the mind of our population for Insabui, they think now say no pity, they don't go join with ADF, say me they can't kill Isobu. They never even know what did happen. The few times they don't try to explain for the population, it'll be difficult. Now for daily communication, they play a very important role, and I hope say all my viewers the way when they watch me for Bui. And all when I follow me for social media, when I go know the truth. Say Isobu, he don't deceive una. He don't lie una. Now una own picking and that, we worry away then they will ye. Now they testify for the trouble where ye don't make them. They disarm them. They torture people them for nothing. And then when Adam bad, it can hide behind tribalism for cover itself and mislead una. The truth must be spoken. So maybe we go now for the third video, and we're gonna hear how the commander that they gather after this rally for resolve the issue and for put everything for ground.
Now me, General Mad Dog, I salute all my commanders and generals, field marshals, the foot soldiers. Now, intelligent force of Bamkeka Junction. Now, at the talk concerning what the way Insobu, General Insobu, they do for Bui. We want stand for it today for the thank Papa God we don't bring we together. Because I think where it commode for diaspora, it don't pass we. Because some of we for it, now diaspora people they manipulate we. Man know the way it do it thing.
So we go break down everything when they talk me gonna see them. And I hope say we will be very fair. Their problem where they talk is the problem that diaspora they manipulate them. Is that true? No. Diaspora is everybody in the diaspora. Not everybody in the diaspora is manipulating them. As a matter of fact, they are here today also thanks because of us who are in the diaspora from the ADF. So do not mistake SACO, Splinter IG group with the diaspora. They are two separate things. When we talk to me, they need to call we say Cameroon. Me, they need to call we say NOSO. We must also apply them for ourselves. Make a play and move when I hear what the talk. I go to interject when it bring out something the way it be wrong, and I go to put them down so that anybody if you reason them. So a problem where the talk say I would write them down all the prayer talk. I talk say first of all, diaspora they manipulate them. This wrong ideology, it can be preached by La Republique, their propagandist conda titles. the Kunyam titles, where na a baby killer, na person wey dey support genocide, e dey support this criminal regime for continue to destroy our population and destroy the aspiration of our people. Na e be dey bring this idea say diaspora na the problem. Una understand the origin for this issue, because our people dey don consume a lot of garbage wey dey don be brainwashed. They need to think straight. There is nothing like diaspora manipulating you. It is Sako and his group, Elvis Kijika and the Bui warriors in the diaspora. These are the people feeding you with this garbage. These are the people who are corrupt, who are eating money, collecting money, and don't sending that money to you. Amongst all the people in the diaspora, I have called you guys there. I have called you guys there to support your unity, to support your collaboration. I have called, I have appealed, I have put every reservation on the ground and appeal and inform our General Capo to make this happen. Nobody did not tell Capo don't go there. Nobody. We encourage Capo to go there. We have actually, there are things we cannot say on social media to make sure that we facilitate collaboration on the ground. Nevertheless, we'll continue.
He do things with his sense, because the Insobu. Now we don't elect you, say me she don't for that chair.
I'll rewind and back again.
Today, for the thank Papa God, we don't bring we together, because thing where it come out for diaspora, it don't pass we, because some of we for here now diaspora people they manipulate we. Man know the way it do thing with his sense, because the Insobu. Now we
So he talk say na diaspora it don't manipulate them. They do things where they need to use their brain, because Isobu na a word that way they talk am. So the diaspora, what to be the connection with the manipulation from the diaspora? Na Insobu. Now who the contact Isobu from the diaspora? No be Capo, no be Ayabacho, no be Benedictwa, no be Shekavi. Now the chief of staff for Sako, they call say Elvis Fejika, na Chris Anu, na Sako, and the Bui Worldwide. So these are the people who are communicating with Isobu, manipulating him, and Isobu is reacting that way. So, Mr. General, your problem is not with the diaspora. Your problem is with Isobu, who is receiving information from the diaspora that is causing the havoc that we are experiencing on the ground. That should be clear.
don't elect you, say me she don't for that chair, but she don't for that chair. You know, to see any man in the flop eye. Where they fight, no be now one man fight. No be fight for Kaikom. It don't be like say this fight now fight for Kaikom, or fight for any camp. No be fight for any camp, and no be fight for any general, and no be fight for one man their home. Because money where Insobu collect for town, no man know they receive 1 franc for them. No man know they receive 1 bullet for inside that money. Plus the one way they come on from diaspora, where
So, he talk 2 things again. First, money collected from drivers and from store on the ground that goes to Isobu, none of that money is used to buy bullet. None of that money is not coming to them. Then you also talk about money from the diaspora to Isobu. I will not say diaspora because not everybody in the diaspora is supporting the warriors. In the diaspora, people are organized in various groups. Let's say money coming from the draft or the warrior people. We know that the draft money has never come on the ground. We know for sure because of the testimony of those who are involved. But we know that the people that are in the community, like their traditional groups, or the people who are representing the people there, sometimes by themselves, they remove money from their own pocket and they give to them, to Isobu. And that money also have not reached them. So maybe we'll go for the next video. We'll continue and wait the talk, wait till the talk, because those videos I did play them as a day. Now half it come out.
other people them, you know how where they manipulate that money for war draft. If man there for you where don't receive money for that war draft, it go talk for you, all we know. Because they don't make and so the jam we hate them. With the fight among we serve, we're not between where we come up for we house for the fight.
So one of the things we don't talk also say the war draft politics have caused them to be hitting their head against each other. Because when una dey for the ground, when I hear the announcer say they don't collect 100,000 US dollar, that is close to about maybe let's say about 60 million, 60 million. Then una let see the money, una go begin the ask question whether na who dey take money, na who dey take money. Una go dey accuse each other, maybe some man dey take money, man no dey know. So the politics for begin claim say they dey collect money them for diaspora or they dey actually collect the money, it cause them to fight as well.
And I want to talk today say nothing like ADF and nothing like IG for Bui.
Clear, you clear.
Nothing that small thing that we are getting for talk today. May all my
So the general from nowhere talk said there should be nothing like ADF, there should be nothing like IG on the ground. How do that connect with their problem? Their problem, nobody have mentioned that the problem is ADF. None of them. As a matter of fact, ADF have made this to happen. The ADF generals are there to encourage peace, to help them. So what he is saying in this particular aspect is just completely wrong. You cannot blame the ADF for your problem that is being caused by the IG of Sako. It will not be fair. It will not be right. If you are fighting for justice, if you carry up gun, you should be bold enough to address the problem that face you. Don't transfer responsibility to people who are not concerned or who did not create the problem and who are actually victim of the same problem. Remember, the time when they want create Blue Warrior, they came with the same thing, that there should be no ADF, there should be no other group, everybody should be Blue Warrior and it is going to be a neutral group. Only for them to realize that the person who was saying that was actually working for Sako. It was as if Ebis Fojeka, he was the chief of staff of Sako, but he hid himself and disguised like a countryman, like a boy, to deceive them that they are getting into a neutral group, and that group became, and they were saying that selling that group as IG. Today we now know that it was a lie. So the problem is not the groups. To organize yourself, you must create a group. You cannot say in the camp the problem is a general. No, you have to resolve it because you must have a leader in every group. You must organize yourself as an organ to be effective. So let us continue.
join hand together and fight this fight. May finish. May we help with Papa and Mama them. May we be together. Thanks everyone where get concerned for this.
Thank you, Papa.
Saluma General them.
Other people them, you know how where they manipulate that money for war draft.
So
This man,
we'll go for the next video.
And today, we return how where Papa got don't make and we can't stand for here. Now Major General Capo talk. All problem them where we cry for bush. I be sure say all the problem they don't finish because when I feel see unity. Not be one person they stand for here. And it don't be long where we never stand as we stand so. And with the two stand FM no PT, how we don't come for solve problem where it day for bush. This problem not be on problem, na problem for all man. Because if we see all man stand so, not be one barrack. Na commanders and generals them this over. Where they stand so where talk say this thing where this man don't make and so, he don't over make him. And a time where we therefore go into justice. And the thing that because you know the rule people them according to how way they ever rule people them. And this problem for boy, you don't already be for long, but because the thank God, the thank again, FM no PT, how we don't come to solve the problem, we never make it take long. The thank owner.
Yeah.
Where the present will be for you. And today
A big voucher for Omega 201. So yeah, now maybe call on a big voucher for Omega 201. So we'll be very happy for join with brothers there for here. And we'll be very happy for stand for here. Our unafisia. No be na one commander, no be two, and no be one barrack, no be one group. How we stand for here, so how we generals them, they don't first talk. Say unity don't come back. We'll be very happy. And I want make a may be clear for the Bui population. Say the problem where we get them so involved now soldiers them. How we so we don't come out the point gun for civilians them say me the match. That one not be correct. no be correct style that for work because we dey now for war. And time where soldiers them get problem. We no get protect that problem involve civilian them there. This Obuna we leader where now we so will be joined, we put here for that chair where they. But how we climb for that chair, he remember say be na King Kong, where they the year for we again. So we don't decide today say if we take na that kind of style, you know go rule we again. And one make a may be clear for all man say, would they so? Now say will not be one key year. If we one key year, if I don't die. And one make them say, one make a may no say for that bush where they run so. You know if you run. Because we know.
So basically, now the decision this way they don't take away this soldier they talk am. They don't decide say Isobu cannot lead the Bui warriors anymore. He cannot present himself again like a leader in Bui, and he cannot successfully hide behind the population. As I show now the video footage is in where it come from Isobu rally. After Irango cause problem, the soldiers seize their gun them. Iran run now for go bring civilian them, manipulate them, push them for in front. For shield itself, e no go work. E no go work. The soldiers they ran decide make una hear.
All corners them for inside the bush. And we want make a may be clear for all man say FM how we stand for years so. No be na a problem ye one. All we commanders them for bush. With the complaint ye for Sika waiting. For Sika say you know they do fine. You need to work now according to how we be put ye. We give ye instructions say may begin work. So for ye how we will stand now so. We say no to infighting for bush. And we want to you say how we remember say ye one. If he fight all comes them for bush. I want make a man no say that one not lie. And that one so you know if it ever happen again for bush. And if you want make them like say the strong head now we sep we go find ye. And if you know find we come apologize for we. For things them we don't do them. For gun them we don't shoot them for we back. For dynamite them we don't fire we with them. We go make a man no say true we be inter fight now for liberate the homeland. Not be inter fight now for fight with brother. And if you take your gun against your brother, we sep the Bui warriors with the Marine Force we'll find you and we'll put you for order. May hear now how we talk because one man no fit pass all people them. How we commanders them day for years so one man in office spoil the fight. And we day for year now for fix up. No day for year now for spoil up. So any man where one spoil the fight, we go work, we go find you and we go move you for place where they.
So that the decision that they don't take them, they go after Isobu, the Bui warriors and the no pity is soldier them. They don't decide they go after Isobu. They don't give a timeline for apologize for call and return back the weapons and way that sees them. Otherwise, they could go after it. He no go successfully hide itself behind civilian. He no go hide itself for inside bush. They go find it. They go solve this problem. Now, I will bring one of the last video. The last video of the soldiers them. Then I will bring. No, I think we'll get two more. I think there's one from No PT as well. Before I go bring. I'll conclude that.
Okay, now me be General A2, Brigade General A2 for the Black Warriors of Bamgoy. So, thing we have to talk. I now get plenty for talk. Wait till where Major General is over don't do them. Me, I don't know whether I don't do bad for you or I never do them. Because I be the follow my brother for issue for them. One can for that issue for them now. So, if I follow you again, I talk for you, say, my own brother, back the gun them. He say you don't hear. After again for morning time, I talk for you. I don't know whether I go do it now for Jotin. I want to see all the battalion them so. They come met up we say now so we get for fine they gun them for General Viper. I talk say no, I not be here cry so I remain for back. If I remain for back, me and you get two business where would they make them for the boy. So you don't can see me for squares, I not be getting for talk. You go again back for evening. It take my own for gun them. Now think where she don't now for evening. I they talk for Major General so who say no be so that the rule people them. They don't rule people and say me the worker arrest gun them. Deep fight so no be say we don't follow FM no PT. No be say now you don't come make and say me they fight the infighting. The infighting we don't really do since. The thing say ADF, the thing say IG. And wait till we want for talk for the boy now say. The money where they say what drop or wait. If na say any general or any colonel or any commander, we don't ever can receive them. That means say me, I don't try to small for the boy. That means I not be don't ever see 125 for day.
So one of the funniest things I say, you hear they complain. The problem I say is so good work collect weapon they for gun, this camp army they for camp. They seize the army for camp. And they also talk about the issue with warriors and ADF. As a matter of fact, we always tell us that only one camp for inside Bui where it give problem we another camp for Isobu. All the Bui warrior soldiers and they communicate with you, they communicate with them very, very well. But somehow they talk say they mention ADF for inside. That is not fair and that is not right. And we have communicated and transmitted this to them. So the problem, or the list of the problem, there is nothing that ADF have done. The problem, let's say, Isobu work as six gun them for camp. If you first start the season ADF that gun them, he don't turn go for Viper, he don't turn go for No Pity, he don't turn go for All Man. Now All Man he don't gather, the eye don't clear. They say they must resolve them, they must collect those weapons and he must come down for a high horse.
So I want to talk. Give me say what they send them so. And they send them about our major general Isobu. We not fit deny say no be whoop, but wait till we don't make them. We not still need step for the boy.
So you don't talk your own. Maybe we play the last video where it come from No Pity own. We talk for the. I ran the gates on new video the way they come for me. I don't know whether it be involved for the one or not. But I'll check and let.
Yes. Today, the 20th November 2021, we meet FM No Pity, the father of Marine Force of Amba land. I come over cry for the people of Amba land, both home and abroad. Say the problem where they go on for boy. No my problem me one. They gonna see now the general this for boy and the commander say they gonna see. Because I see things for social media, they say no pity do this and that. I want to make it today very clear. No, no, see, no, my problem. Me one. Yes, like when I don't see the video with Isobu, it become from my place where I be there. He can take 3 of my picking them, now knock them. So today they go to hospital, just like he be doing for General Viper and others. Shoot soldier them. I come out, I talk for the Viper. I talk for Viper. Say now what this way don't happen. But me, I want to follow you. Go ask you why he can do this thing, brutalize my soldiers. I come over there the following day. I enter for Kikaikon. I go there each chop gala. I call this at the camp. Each chop gala. Tell me say me na me at the camp for front. Me no say at the camp na peace. We come out. I dey for front. They go. They start chop na gala. How will see we they start run? I come out. I call this me camp. He come out. They come out with soldier them. They fire na fire for our skin. How will we come out? They go. We come out go enter for town for Kumbu town. From there, we talk for them for civilians and say now what this will happen. He still enter again for squares. He attack we for the will come out. But I want to when I say the attack me, not my main problem. My main problem. Wait they. I say, ye the Isobu, he the work at this Amba them for boy. For wartime. I say me military they can't enter. Key the fighter them. Oh na wait. Oh me military worker key na civilians them. Oh na wait. Now wait it happen. He the Isobu he call me a stranger. If he say he get a place for Amberland, but I want to make it very clear. Me any man, no say me as far as I be for Amberland, I not be stranger for any area.
Clear.
Now very first thing I want to talk.
Clear.
Say me FM, I not be stranger for no land. Like when I visit na Baso Brandis, but he want to come on call me a stranger.
So that one and the last video, I ran get another 2 couple of video from my mobile device. I'm not sure so I will fit transmit them for the program because it will take time and almost 8 o'clock for morning time for here for Hong Kong, midnight for Amba time. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't see them. Now the problem in this one, I don't write them down for all the points that I don't talk of the first one, the talk say no Isobu it accused Force is the way they carry different name where they want call their group, like the way they call themselves Air Force. It accuse them saying ADF. It attack them. The second one, they complain say for 4 years for inside Bui, they never ever receive any money. Isobu, when I be the head for the Bui warriors, it collect money for traders them, for drivers them, and collect money for their representatives and for diaspora. It take that money, they need to see 5 francs. You need to go for bullet, you need to go for anything, now then system the chop on. General Viper, I can't talk your own. Say it talks away. Say they attack ye, they run disarmy, they run take a soldier their weapon them, they deny for Giam for no reason. They run disarmy camp. Mad Dog, he talk you own the same thing. Say Isobu they collect money, they also use some of soldier for their side for collect the money Giam for Isobu. Camion 250,000 for one camion way there for inside Bui. When I get how much it enter for inside Isobu hand. Those money they need to buy bullet, they need to buy anything. Number 3, the Major General way can't they talk. He said the diaspora, they manipulate them through Isobu and they act like brainwash people. They not, because it talks about the action where they need to use their own brain because of the manipulation from the diaspora. But if diaspora, it connect and say what it mean, nothing where they come from Isobu. So now the thing in this, they don't talk about the war draft. No pity, each one can talk about the same thing. So now the disarmament by Isobu be the problem. The Isobu that attack is forces them, but that one will be the problem. Now the problem I say the weapon the way Isobu the run sees them, he must return those weapons. The decision the way the soldier they run take them for ground after the run meet up, it be as follows. 1. Isobu need for call the soldiers them, apologize, and stop for try for involve our population for manipulate the civilians them inside problem with a military problem. 2. Isobu need for return the weapons the way that sees them for all comes them. Number 3, the land talk said Isobu no will lead them again. But I'm not sure whether that one it be appropriate or not, but that one it be supposed to be left for their group. Or the Nofican should don't take decision about who will lead the Bui warriors or not. And then on his own, Mad Dog the talk say no one make any group name there for the but we not say that one that be practicable, so there is no need for dwell on things then when not just distraction. As we be done appeal for them to come together, we will continue to encourage them to collaborate with each other, putting aside everything. I know those who are around listen for me for long, who are around follow me for long, who know say will be a people of principle for the Ambazonian Defense Forces, for the Ambazonian Governing Councils, for stand on our principle. We'll get a lot of worry, but we also acknowledge that a time this for war. We no go over be too consumed with other worries and differences them where it go blind we for the need for focus for fight for the enemy. Whether some of those things are right or wrong, it gives us strength when we come together. The same thing what the prescriber when it comes for the leadership for the diaspora. There will always be spies. There will always be people who are compromised. Some because of corruption, some because of women, some because of jealousy of each other. Those are those human things that we all go through. If we look for the West, America they spy on their own allied. America is spying on England. There are evidence that America is spying on Germany, but they are still working together. America get army for inside German where they for them for waiting, then carry gun for waiting for protect German. No, for protect America against Germany, but they are allied. We will be with spies amongst us even in Boya. But the thing is, we should always identify our common interests and take measure to safeguard that interest against activities of spies. The only way you can do that is to be transparent, to be accountable. When you are collecting money, ask the reason why. The money, where is the money going to? We don't see, for example, we don't see place money they go. When I see church, I get camion for inside Douala for Bafosam. We don't know about Isobu very well. We don't see her Sako, he carry money for his own personal house, for rent and all those things. We never see anything we don't show for. They ran the terrorists, they ran the negotiate with La Republique for Switzerland since 2019. Have we seen La Republique negotiating with them? No. Should we continue to believe them? No. Should we continue to give them our money because we want to fund the struggle? No. If you still give your money for Sako them, after all this evidence, that means say you know very well say that money you need to go for ground, you need to go for bullet, but you choose for gear for day for whatever reason, na your choice, na your money. But if you want to arm the forces then for the ground, you now know say the way for arm the forces is not to draft. The way to arm the forces is not to give money to Isobu, is not to give tax through the so-called LGA structure, because those monies do not reach the soldiers in their weapons and bullets. For all the soldiers here, Ayabacho have contacted you, no pity. We have encouraged you to gather. We have sent Capo to gather you guys to join with you. We send Yelum representative. This is no mercy here. This is no mercy. This is our top intelligence officer from the mother base. He's an Akamanso. Special delegation. He's there. All of you, there's no group here that have not received money or advice from us. General Cross also, who just spoke there, behind there, the general of SOC. I am with you every day to help you, to guide you, so that you are safe and you are effective. And to make sure that you live in peace with the population around you to fight for the common good for Ambazonia. Because we are patriots. Those who they be the last ADF the fight against this work now Republic, why did we not kill them? Those who they talk say ADF need the fight, when I see the evidence today, would I even go right for the wreckage? Share on the video. Now time for abandon all those distractions, all those lies. Now time for us to heal ourselves, post the Canada retreat, for make sure so we identify our common goal. Saying that the aspiration of the people of this British Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, we need to put them in front. We need to put our flag in front. We need to put our patriotism in front. Whatever group you are. Remember that Jongu Foncha and Endele and Muna were from 3 different political parties, 3 different groups, organizations. Yet they went to Fumban as one man. They went to England as one man. They spoke in the parliament as one country. The problem they have was that Foncha was discussing with La Republic behind. Eventually, Endele also, he go behind. Muna also, he go behind. So we can change that cycle now. No leader or no group should be struggling to do negotiation at the behind closed door, meeting people behind, like how Sako was meeting the guys of Barry Cobet, having discussion with La Republic to arrange about the Swiss thing, and then come in the public. La Republic is not coming on the table. Every day he say La Republic have committed because they talk to him behind. But in the public, La Republic have refused that they have not committed. But we know that the arrangement La Republic had with him was because they had offered to him positions and promise of money. How do we know that? They have approached me. They have approached Lucas Asu. They have approached even Tapang Ivo, ministers. They have approached Mark Barata, even though he has not said it, but I can tell you people, because I have seen intelligence that shows that they have approached him. So we know that for us to win and for the people to succeed, we cannot play the same dirty politics of the SDF and CPDM, where leadership, they go and make private arrangement, private contracts, secure the future of themselves and the family, so that when you are a police, your family, your children will become police, you are a magistrate, your children will become magistrate, and the rest of the population will have no space to succeed. Most of us who are in the diaspora, we live in countries where somebody who is washing dish in McDonald's can become the manager, where a child born from another country, immigrated in America and have a baby like Obama can become president. We have tested freedom, democracy, equal opportunity. We have seen how the population in Hong Kong, they have built a city called a concrete jungle. They don't have petroleum. Why? Because the system put the public interest first. They are transparent, they are accountable, they have separation of power, they have judiciary, they have police force, everybody is independent, and they work for the common good and the betterment of everybody. We cannot live in a country that will have secrecy, backdoor dealings, personal ambitions, and ambitions put ahead of the public good. We must build Ambazonia today. We must ask of ourselves and the various organizations and the various leaders, the various foot soldiers, to act today what they expect for us to have in the future. Just like one of the soldiers he talked, say if they be the fight La Republic, if they be pick up their gun for fight La Republic, then today they see the corruption where they see the misappropriation, then it could be better say me than give up. Now why that way Cameroon, if you see all their propagandists, Paddy Asanga, Alex Ndive, all now with Nicolas Santos, they are struggling to prove that the ADF is corrupt. Ayabacho is as corrupt as Sako. What they want to do is to convince our people to come to the conclusion that some of these generals who have been misinformed have come to. That it is La Republic type of way we are all of us equally bad. So there is no hope. My fellow people, there is hope. There are people who are good amongst us. There are people who are selfless amongst us. There are people who are not corrupt. Millions of dollars get into the hands of General Ifan, get into the hands of all of these soldiers, and they take that money to go and buy weapons. General Sagat, Sumo Pikin, then go and buy weapons. These are people who could not make 500,000 under the current system, but they take millions and go and buy weapons. They fight the enemy and they die on the battlefield. They bury their brother, wake up the next day, prepare to fight and die again for you. Away from those who are taking money and living luxurious life while people are dying, collecting money for the purpose of giving those boys. There are those who are sacrificing everything they have. They are the Mama Walis. They are the Immaculate Woman of God. They are the Sheikh who are willing to take the risk. They are the Capo Daniel, Vela Franklin, Lucas Asu, who are willing to put their life on the line for you because we value you. We want your freedom. We want to empower you. We are not fighting to secure our own future. No, Ayabacho have a limit, term limit, and he respects it. Some people could say that he could easily put that aside and did not go into election, but he went into election, open and fair election. They had debate, and he won, and he will respect his end of term. He's showing you what he's fighting for. By example, we have sleepless night in the diaspora. You should never fall into the mistake of thinking that the whole diaspora is bad or the whole ground zero is bad. I call you an example of our magistrate. I forgot his name. He was kidnapped by Amba boys, tortured, humiliated, a magistrate, and he ran to UK and he made a video and said that I support my country to be free. Many of our people have gone through kidnapping for ransom in Bamenda. We have tried our best to help them. Some of them by criminal gangs, some of them by Atanganjipo. Some of the Atanganjipo have even integrated themselves into the county by county issue. But our people, despite all those pain, still say they want independence. We have seen the death of baby Caroline in Buya. The father came out and said that no child in Southern Cameroon, remember he used the word Southern Cameroon should go what he is going through. Our people in Bamenda, in Womb, in Pinyin, they all rose up for baby Caroline because we are one. Our political outlook remains the same. The international courts in Gambia have reasserted the same. We are one people, one flag, one nation, indivisible. Whether you call us Northwest or Southwest, in the heart of each Ambazonian lies the spirit of the Amba Bay that unite us as nationalist people who have evolved into a state, a country. We cannot feel belonging in any other country, Nigeria or Cameroon. Nigeria Army, Cameroon Army will never feel at home in our country, and we will never see them like ours because they are an alien people to us. We deserve the right, like any other people across the globe, to decide with the power and right of self-determination, external self-determination, to determine our future. We, the people, have decided for freedom. We will fight for that freedom. I compel and I appeal to all soldiers to set aside and keep aside the lie, blackmail, propaganda, and unite for this common principle We are all fighting for independence. Anybody like Isobu who injects the venom to disarm, to blackmail, will fail. We have seen Commando who have been used for the same purpose dissociate himself from the IG. We pray that Isobu will come to the same conclusion like King Commando and dissociate himself from this monster, corrupt IG, splinter IG group that is fighting for themselves. Isobu is the problem. Elvis Fezeka is the problem. Sako is the problem. If you are afraid of calling it and calling it the way it is, then you are not worthy to carry up a gun. If you are bold enough to face La Republica and Mr. Pobia, you should be bold enough to face the problem we have today in Ambazonia. The problem of mole dressing in amber cloth, or corrupt individual dressing in amber cloth. Today, we pray for Isobu, we pray for the Sako, the Elvis Fezeka, but as men of principle, we know that you don't solve problems by hoping it away, by praying it away. Because even in the Bible, God told Moses to pick up the sword. Jesus Christ said, I come not just to bring unity, but to bring sword that would at some point put brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters, for the common good. We must come together, collaborate, and fight against La Republique. We must recognize each other's strength and weakness and complement it. You cannot deny ADF. You cannot deny our structure. You cannot deny the diaspora. It is for a reason that all the leaders who were on the ground, who have fought for that country, including myself, my year one in the university, we organized a protest strike that crippled University of Chang. And the whole my life in Chang University, I was living in hiding because the gendarme commandant told me he would kill me when he see me in night. I was haunted all my life as a young man. I could not even explain it to my family. A lot of our people are going through the same thing. They are being killed by the Cameroon military. They cannot even say it. I've called family who have called me to tell me that they have killed their sons and daughter, and they are not willing to talk because they are afraid. Our people are living in captivity, in fear, in darkness. We cannot accept the status quo. We cannot accept La Republique. We are doomed to fight for our freedom. Take away us the pain of falling into the trap of the enemy to blackmail us. You know the truth about this problem. It comes from Insobu. Insobu have been polluted by Elvis Fezeka of the Sako IG. That is where the problem comes from. Sako himself, who started up well, have been manipulated by the Barry Kobet, by the Pobia regime, who have come there and seen his weakness as somebody who needed money. Chris Anu himself. They have all blinded to the truth, even when there is evidence of the contrary. They are spending their time to say that ADF is working with La Republique, partnering with Michel Bienton, a La Republique du Cameroon citizen, fighting for his own country, to spew out lie, yet you see us fighting on the ground. They make up lies that ADF Ayabacho have gone to Yaoundé. Obvious lie that you already know is a lie. And you can say that they were fed with fake information. But when there is evidence of the contrary, and they still keep on insisting on those same things, then it's time to dump them in the garbage where they belong. Same with the lady called Kimi Ashu. She goes out, take fake news posted by Kunyam Titus. He has created a fake Facebook page on my name. Facebook have publicly listed us as people they are targeting. So everybody knows that our ability to hold Facebook account is limited. But they allow these Cameroon agents to create fake Facebook page on our name, and these people are using it like it is us doing all those things. But they know that it is a lie. But they are working in lies, in darkness. It's time for the light to shine bright. Come home, children. Come home. Collaborate, and let's together as one man, one people, face this enemy to its expectant end. We'll continue to work hard to make sure that happens. God bless you.